There are many things that I fear in this world. Spiders, roller coasters, my mom after she sees my report card, but I think I speak for everyone out there when I say there's nothing I fear more than a job. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, the three-letter word that gives some people nightmares, a J-O-B. There's nothing more terrifying than actually having to be a productive, functioning member in society. Now, of course, no matter how much you dread it, no matter how much you run from it, getting a job is inevitable and something we're all going to do at one point or another in our lives. As much as we all would love to sit on the PlayStation all day and waste away our lives, eventually you gotta get some type of motion. Unless of course you want to just be a bum that lives under a bridge, which I guess is cool too. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna discuss some of the worst, scariest, and just overall awful jobs that someone could have. First, we got being a janitor. Now, shout out to all my janitors out there. Y'all really do the one job on planet Earth that no one wants to do. Janitors are people with one of, if not the nastiest job in society, cleaning up public bathrooms. I don't know how y'all do it, man, especially knowing how dirty the average nigga is. You get to work, you just start your shift, and the first thing you see as you walk in the bathroom is a turd the size of a child staring at you. I mean, you niggas act like y'all have no ability to flush a toilet after using it. The amount of diabolical shit that most janitors must see on a daily basis is enough to give most of us PTSD. And there's no type of janitor that has it worse than a school janitor. Every day coming to work being greeted with a massive drawing of a penis on the wall. The amount of disrespect that school janitors are subject to is borderline inhumane. I genuinely believe it should be mandatory that all school janitors should be put into some type of mental health program, because there's no way you can convince me that cleaning up behind a bunch of badass kids with no home training is even remotely good for one's sanity. I'd rather take my chances jumping off the nearest bridge than ever work one day as a janitor. Next, we got bus driver, specifically a school bus driver. As someone who rode the bus pretty much the entire time they went to school, I got to witness firsthand the mental and physical abuse that these people have to go through. Constantly being told to shut the fuck up, constantly getting paper balls thrown at your head, constantly having to break up fights on the bus. Shit's awful. I'm not even joking when I say at times kids treat school bus drivers as if they're subhuman. Being responsible for transporting literal spawns of Satan to and from school is a job that no one should have to be tasked with. I remember there were days I saw my bus driver break down in tears because of the stress and treatment she had to go through working this job. Now that I think about it, it's a miracle my bus driver didn't one day snap and say to hell with all of this. I mean, with the way we used to treat this woman, I wouldn't even be mad if she did. And I couldn't even imagine how awful being a school bus driver in the year 2024 has to be. It's a known fact that the kids of today are the most misbehaved, most devious kids ever. I just want to go ahead and send my prayers to all of you school bus drivers out there. May God be with you. Next, we got being on the bomb squad. Now, for those of you who don't know what the bomb squad is, it is easily the scariest, most nerve-wracking, butt-clenching job anyone could ever have. Basically, the bomb squad's job is to defuse and turn off bombs. Mind you, all of these bombs that they have to defuse are still live and can go off at absolutely any second. And some of these bombs can go off just from you touching them. Bomb defusal is not a job for anyone that doesn't have perfectly steady hands. Imagine the amount of moisture that will be dripping from your body if you knew the life of thousands of people laid in your hands. If you do your job properly, you save hundreds if not thousands of people from dying. If you slip up even in the slightest, you along with everyone in a 5-mile radius is cooked. If you don't perfectly execute this mission, you can kiss life goodbye. I just want to know, do people actually sign up for this job, or are they forced to do this shit? Because who in their right minds would ever work a job like this by choice? You'd be better off selling crack than fucking with bombs for a living. Being part of the SWAT team or the army is one thing, but then being on easily the most dangerous unit on the SWAT team is actually psychotic. Next, we got mall cop. Now hear me out. Imagine pretty much having the responsibility of a cop, but having none of the authority. Mall cops are pretty much nothing more than those adult hall monitors you see at the mall. They're the ones responsible for making sure nobody steals anything, breaks anything, or does something dangerous. Not to mention being a fucking mall cop is just boring in general. At least if you're a real cop, you get to go on high-speed chases, catch criminals, and actually protect society. When you're a fucking mall cop, you basically just sit there and check receipts all day long. And Lord forbid anything serious actually does go down while you're on the job, because again, you can't really do anything. The only weapons you have to use are some rusty handcuffs and a water gun. If somebody comes in the mall trying to rob the place, you're as good as cooked. And then to make it even worse, as a mall cop, you don't have the power or ability to actually arrest anybody. If you do catch someone breaking the rules, all you can do pretty much is put them in timeout until a real cop shows up. Overall, being a mall cop is just a stupid ass job. Next, we got working in retail. Now, generally speaking, working in retail isn't the hardest job in the world. But what makes working retail suck is the people you have to deal with on a constant basis. First of all, I know we've all had that one egotistical manager that thought they owned the store. Like, we get it. You're technically the boss and tell us what to do. But some people get the title manager and think they're above human now. Like, wow, you make $1 more per hour. You're so special. And the ironic part when it comes to managers is how they're your boss and tell you what to do, while also doing little to nothing their goddamn selves. How in the hell are you getting mad at me for not working hard enough when half the time you spend your shift in the break room, passed out or watching TikToks? If that isn't the most backward shit ever. And then we gotta talk about the constant 0 IQ customers that you have to deal with on a daily basis. A customer will come up to you, ask you the weirdest shit in the world, and be mad when you don't have the answer. Like, if I work in the technology department, why in the world are you asking me if we have a specific brand of cat food? Maybe if you go check the pet food aisle, you'll be able to find it your goddamn self. And look, I don't want to make it seem like it's a bad thing for customers to ask for help. I get it's technically a reason why us employees are there for, but goddamn, do most customers just ask the most idiotic questions ever. Next, we got construction workers. A shout out to all my construction workers out there. Y'all boys quite literally build society. But it's for that exact reason why being a construction worker is so ass. These niggas work from basically sun up to sundown, rain, sleet, or snow. It could be 201 degrees outside, and you'll still see these niggas in hard hats and those yellow jackets slaving away. There could be a fucking tornado going on outside, and you'll still see these boys grinding. There's absolutely no way I could ever work this job for longer than a week. All it would take is me fucking up my back once and I'm gone. I'm not built for this shit, bro. Plus, most of the time they're working in dirt, wood, and concrete, so they have a tendency to always be dirty. I can only imagine how sore your body has to be after putting in 12 hours of lifting bricks all day. Not to mention, construction work is also one of the most dangerous jobs in the world. All it takes is for one nail to be out of place or for one wood piece to snap in half, and before you know it, the entire building is falling directly on your head. Straight cartoon shit. Next, we got roadkill remover. Now, this job is exactly what it sounds like. Roadkill removers are the people that collect those deer that get ran over by truck drivers on the highway. Even though this is a job that someone has to do, this is one of those jobs you just pray you never have to do. Plus, have y'all ever smelled the dead body of an animal before? I genuinely can't think of anything that smells worse than a 3-day-old dead animal. I'm pretty sure if I ever worked any type of job even remotely close to this, I would probably just spend the entire shift throwing up. Next, we got dog food tester. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I didn't even know this was a fucking job before this video. I just thought they made the dog food and gave it to the motherfuckers. I didn't know they actually had niggas out here eating dog food for a living. A dog food tester is someone who tests out the dog food before it's put up in stores. Now, the thing that confuses me is what the hell are they testing it for? Are they tasting it for taste, health, texture? Are they supposed to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10 and see how good the food is or something? Like, real shit, what type of test could a person run on a product made for dogs? I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure all dog food probably tastes ass to most humans. And I'm pretty sure no dog food is healthy for human consumption. Real shit, being a dog food tester is a down bad job. You just walking around with your stomach hurting and the stinking ass breath. What a damn shame. Next, we got probably one of the most soul-sucking jobs in the world, a telemarketer. Really imagine this. You sit at a desk all day, calling random people all day long, trying to get them to buy random shitty ass products, and getting hung up on immediately. That shit is pretty damn sad, not gonna lie. But with that being said, that's about it for today's video. If you guys did enjoy, please don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you are new. But yeah, with all that being said, that's about it. See ya.